It's 9:58 p.m. You're in a grocery store parking lot staring at your banking app, doing mental gymnastics. If you swipe your card right now, will it clear? You make decent money, you're not reckless, you're not unemployed. So why does it feel like you're always one unexpected expense away from stress? Now open Instagram. Someone you know, same age, same job title, same city, is on their second vacation this year. Same income, completely different life. So what's actually going on? Here's the answer nobody likes. It's not income. It's one boring financial system. Two people. One salary. Let's run a clean scenario. Two 25-year-olds. Both make $60,000 per year. Same rent, same student loans, same starting point. One of them, we'll call her Maya, sets up an automatic investment, $500 per month, into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. She doesn't pick stocks. She doesn't time the market. She doesn't watch finance news. She just automates it and ignores it. The other, we'll call him Alex, doesn't. Alex upgrades his car, gets the newer model, leases instead of buys used, adds a few subscriptions, orders food more often because he works hard. Nothing crazy, just normal modern life. Fast forward. At 35, Maya has around $100,000 plus invested. Alex has a nice car and a modest savings account. At 45, Maya's investments are approaching $500,000. Alex is saying, I really need to start investing seriously. At 55, compounding goes vertical. Maya is crossing into seven figures. Alex is Googling how to catch up on retirement at 55. At 65, Maya has multiple millions. Alex has a fraction of that and is calculating how long he needs to keep working. Same salary, different outcome. What $500 actually turns into, let's do the math simply. If you invest $500 per month for 40 years at the historical average return of the S&P 500, roughly 10% annually before inflation, you end up with about $3 million. But here's the wild part. You only contributed $240,000 of your own money. The remaining millions? Compounding. Your money earning returns. Those returns earning more returns. And that cycle repeating for decades. The first 10 years feel slow. The last 10 years feel explosive. That's how exponential growth works. It's invisible. Until it's not. The lifestyle trade. Nobody talks about most people don't think they're making a trade, but they are. Every single month, the average new car payment is hundreds of dollars. That $700 monthly payment isn't just $700. Invested over decades, it could represent over $1 million in future value. You're not just driving a car, you're financing the opportunity cost of freedom. Same with subscriptions. Constant upgrades. Dining out multiple times a week. Lifestyle inflation every time you get a raise individually? Harmless. Over 30 to 40 years? Massive. Every $100 invested monthly for 30 years can grow into well over $200,000. That's not small money. That's life-changing money. But what if the market crashes? It will. Markets crash. That's normal. The Great Depression. World Wars. The dot-com crash. 2008. COVID. And yet, since 1926, the S&P 500 has averaged about 10% annually before inflation. The danger isn't crashes. The danger is panic. Data consistently shows that missing just a handful of the market's best recovery days can cut long-term returns dramatically. And most of those best days happen during bear markets. Right when people are scared. Consistency beats cleverness. Every time. Your brain is the real obstacle. The math is simple. The psychology is not. Humans are wired for immediate reward. If I offer you $500 today, or a much larger amount 30 years from now, your brain prefers today. That's called present bias. We also feel losses more intensely than gains. So when markets drop 20%, it feels catastrophic. Even if you're investing for 30 years, your brain evolved to survive short-term threats. It did not evolve to understand compounding charts. So you upgrade your lifestyle instead of your asset base. Every raise becomes a nicer apartment, a newer car, a more expensive habit, instead of becoming a multiplier. The pattern of boring wealth. Long-term wealth doesn't usually look flashy, it looks repetitive. Invest, wait, ignore noise, repeat. Low-cost index funds, minimal fees, automatic contributions. Companies like Vanguard Fidelity Investments, Charles Schwab Corporation all offer broad index funds that track the same market efficiently. There's no secret strategy. The secret is discipline. The real fork in the road. There are two future versions of you. One version has financial flexibility, can walk away from bad jobs, isn't terrified of unexpected expenses, retires on their terms. The other depends entirely on Social Security, works longer than planned, feels constant background financial stress. The difference isn't IQ, it isn't talent, it isn't luck.
It's whether you automated one decision early enough for time to compound it. What to do, practically. Open a retirement account, Roth IRA or 401k, choose a broad, low-cost S&P 500 index fund. Automate a monthly contribution, even if it's less than $500 to start. Increase it every time you get a raise. Stop obsessively checking it. Let time work. Because here's the brutal truth. Every year you delay, the required monthly investment to reach the same outcome goes up. Time is the most valuable variable in the equation, and it only moves one direction. 40 years from now, there's a version of you checking their account and seeing millions. There's another version wondering where it all went. The gap between them isn't dramatic. It's $500 a month. Automated, ignored, repeated, and compounded.